Blessings family, welcome to another quick video. This is Lady Be Unstoppable. If you're new to the channel, remember hit the like button, share and subscribe. I'm not gonna be long. This is a quick and fast video. Tonight I'll be talking a little bit about Neo and his comments on the Romping Shop, and that's the song with Vybz, Kartel and Spice. Also a little update on what Carl Samuda had to say about the Jamaican who lost his life in Canada, a farm worker, and much more. So based on what you see on the screen, that's what I'm gonna be talking about. If you're new to the channel, as I said before, remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also share out the live. So as I speak, let me go ahead and share it out real quick. So I do hope everybody is having a wonderful Wednesday. I almost thought today was Monday, but you don't know the thing set up. I hope everybody had a wonderful Wednesday. So far so good. All right, let me share out this live real quick. Share. I know most people will see it tomorrow because as it is right now is 11 o'clock in the US, 10 o'clock in Jamaica, so everybody's supposed to be out in bed. But you know, the work must go on. Whatever time I can drop the video or do a little quick live, that's the time it's gonna be done. All right, so right about now I'm gonna get started, but first let me make sure say me can't hear myself. Yes. All right, I'm up and running. All right, so based on what Dancehall Mag said, and the title it says Neo speaks on Vybz Kartel Spice Ramping Shop. He said I didn't not clear it. And those who know double negative, it means positive. So he's basically saying I did not clear it. But let's get into the details. Vybz Kartel and Spice hit song Ramping Shop is undoubtedly one of the most notable dancehall tracks of the era. However, the original track, which had sampled American singer Neo's Miss Independent, had to be pulled after the Queen and King of Dancehall were threatened with a cease and desist. So all of this happened, but Neo basically allegedly saying he did not clear it. So if you did not clear it, then it's basically you're saying you did clear it. But this is a totally different scenario because they were threatened. I don't know who they were, if Neo was not aware that that was going on, but let's continue with the article. So King and Queen of Dancehall were threatened with a cease and desist following their failure to obtain clearance. Now, almost 14 years later, Neo claims that he actually had his mind set on clearing it, especially after so many fans had already gravitated towards it. I did not clear it. The streets cleared it. Anyway, which made it virtually impossible not to clear it. Even if I was thinking about not clearing it, which by the way, I was never thinking about not clearing it. So he's saying he did not clear it. But basically, he didn't officially clear it because if they were given a cease and desist order, that means it was not officially cleared. All right. So What Neo failed to mention was that in the early 2009, EMI Music Publishing had written to the world boss to have the original version of Romping Shop destroyed and pulled from all radio stations, television stations, and the internet. According to another media article dated January 29, 2009, the publishing company had accused the dancehall duo of infringing on the copyright license of Miss Independent. In the letter that was forwarded to the Star by Kartel himself, EMI Music Publishing composer Schaefer Smith, which is Neil, and producers outlined that there were no clearance. So he's saying he did not clear it, but he didn't officially clear it. All right. Anyway, well, that's my understanding. So if y'all understand something different, let me know. Miss Independent and contrary Neo to Neo recent claim, none was going to be granted. So there was no clearance for them to sample the Miss Independent song or rhythm. Clearance of this use of Miss Independent had not been sought or obtained, and I am informed that clearance will not be forthcoming. And this is what Vybz Kartel letter said. All right, he said clearance of the use of Miss Independent has not been sought or obtained, and I am informed that the clearance will not be forthcoming. Accordingly, Ramping Shop cannot be released or exploited in any way. Please confirm your acknowledgement and acceptance of this, that you will arrange that one, all recordings. Wait, let me see. Oh no, this was the letter that was sent to them. Right, this was the letter sent to them. Initially, I said it was a letter that Kartel wrote, but this is the letter that was sent to them. Alright, please confirm your acknowledgement and acceptance of this, and you will arrange that all recordings of the infringing track will recall and destroyed, and no further copies will be issued. And two, the audio and video will be taken down immediately from all internet sites. That's what the letter said. At the time of the interview, the now incarcerated Kartel was in compliant spirit and noted that he and producer Not Nice were working on a remix. The remix will sound like dancehall, just like what Neo people did when they made Miss Independent. Not Nice and I will be doing the remix today. That was what Kartel said back in the days. So listen for it, you know. Anyway, according to Ainsley Morris, who is Not Nice, he was forced to remove the song and various remixes at least 3 times since the original release. It was mostly Vybz Kartel did deal with it, and 3 different times the song have to take down. Even when we put out a video, them take down the audio and the video from the video. So them take down the 3 remixes, then them put up an audio and a video, and them take down the audio from the video. A fixed or remix version remains on streaming platforms, while the original is still currently available on YouTube. Not Nice also explained that Kartel, in response to the letter, was willing to meet them halfway and give up all the publishing rights to the song in order to allow it to remain in the public in the original format. But the publishing company enforced the cease and desist. So where was Neo when that was taking place? Kartel told them they could take the publishing from cause we already admitted it's their beat, and they say cease and desist same way. So even though he said, well, we know it's a beat and we just give up a publishing rights or whatever, them say take it down same way. And he said maybe Neo never have much control, and that's why him say what him say now. Because now him say he did not clear it. That means him probably clear it, and he was thinking of clearing it, but him never know what was going on in you know, what you, in the what you call it now, in the letter or whatever. One of the frustrations we one of the frustration may build one that sound completely different. VP, Greenleaves, and Tad Records have to take it on three different time. They pay me three different time for every time I realize in the three different version. Three different company did pay me for it. Not Nice said this was the final mix of the song, and they have a mix of the song right here on it. I'm not gonna play it because of YouTube policy, right? So I'm telling you, but that song I want bad song. The one up here is the it's not the explicit one because I listened to it earlier. During the drink champ sit down, the because a few singers said he was only notified about Ramping Shop after he was schooled on who Vybz Kartel was. The same thing, he didn't know what was going on. He claimed that after learning about the influence the DJ had, he was open to the idea of allowing him to put his spin on the project. Before the song was presented to me, the concept of Vybz Kartel and who he was presented to me. Like this is that dude. Oh, by the way, well, this is Neo talking. You know, Americans talk. Me can't really. It's like a whole lot of Anyway, like this is that dude. Oh, by the way, he did this with your song. It was presented to me like that. Okay, so let me reread that. Before the song was presented to me, the concept of Vice Cartel and who he was presented to me. Like, this is that dude. Oh, and by the way, he did this with your song. It was presented to me like that. So I'm like, so why are we talking about it right now? Of course it's fine. Why would I have a problem with this? He asked almost convincingly. To this day, I can't be over there and perform Miss Independent without giving props to what the FE did. So that's him talking about, Vybz Cartel. Ramping Shop spent 15 weeks on the Billboard Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart, peaking at number 76. The song was ranked at number 9. Both Pitchfork's list of 50 best dancehall song of all time and Billboard 12 best dancehall and reggaeton choruses of the 21st century. And I can go on and on and on, but if you want to read the rest of the article, go check it out on Dancehall Mag. So that was what Neo said about Ramping Shop by Vybz Cartel and Spice. So even though they did a few remixes, they had to take those down as well. But as they said, the original version can still be heard on YouTube. And then they have some variety of different version as well, which is not as explicit as the original. All right, moving on to the next topic. Oh boy, Jamaican farm worker killed in work-related accident in Canada. The Ministry of Labor and Social Security on Tuesday expressed sadness at the passing of farm work Garvin Yap, who participated in the Ministry Farm Work Program in Canada. Yap, 57, hails from Tang River District in St. James. The ministry said in a release that Yap was a 35-year-old veteran program of the program and he was held in high esteem by his employer. So what happened? Anyways, Davis said that when his employer visit on vacation, he would visit his house. Circumstances surrounding his DEATH are still being investigated. However, preliminary reports are that on August 14, he was involved in a work-related incident and was pronounced DEAD on site. A team from the ministry's Family Services Unit has reported Lee visited the Yas family and has been offering psychosocial and other support. Meanwhile, Minister of Labor and Social Security Carl Samuda, who along with Permanent Secretary Colette Roberts Reesden is currently touring farms in Canada, spoke with Yap's widow by telephone early on Tuesday afternoon. Samuda reportedly expressed his condolences and assured her of the ministry's continued support. So I want to say condolences to the family and RIP to the farm worker, you know? Because sometimes we say we are leave, go do certain things for a better life, and boy, may I tell you, the struggle is real. But you know, it is what it is. So we just have to say condolences and keep the family in prayer and all of that. Now I have this picture up here with this man in the white, and I did not hear this. I did not really hear this news. I don't know why. Probably I was too busy. Where it's a 15-year-old vacationing in Jamaica from the U.S. Was SHOT by security forces during a raid in Seaview Gardens. So this person in the white right here, that's the dad. So this is the updated news to that what happened. I think it was in the news on August 11th, which I pretty much didn't see it. Right? So the during a raid in Seaview Gardens, St. Andrew, he is now in the hospital after a successful operation to repair his leg. The teenager told the media that the incident left him traumatized and that he had been changed forever by the horror of almost being killed of the hands of those who supposed to serve and protect. Because it's said by the security forces, and we know who the security forces are. It was a horrible, horrible, a traumatizing situation. It changed my life forever, said the boy. Me no want see no, me no want see no police. Me no want see them round. Me no want they around them. The boy whose name was withheld told Loop News. The teenager was vacationing in Jamaica since June before he was SHOT in the Thai last week. He resides in the US. He has been enjoying his summer holiday as typical teenagers do, playing football games and hanging out with friends before the events of that fateful day, which have now colored his perception of his homeland and its security forces. According to UNICEF, the Convention on the Rights of Child speaks to the basic human rights that every child under age 18, which includes the right to survival. That doesn't sound like necessary. Me no want the Jamaica. This is what the guy said. The student said, the teenager said, "Me want to go home and me want to stay there. Me no want to come back here." That is just a sad experience, you know. The pain what me in right now, me not even know if me I go be able to play ball or even run again or walk properly. It's rough, rough. Oh my goodness. The teenager suffered major muscle damage in the accident. The 15-year-old is on the honor roll at his school and is an aspirant footballer who lives in Bronx, New York. Howard Johnson, the teenager father, flew to Jamaica after the shooting incident and is demanding answers from the JCF about the events that was transpired, and that evening his son was injured. I spoke to the police and they all have different type of stories, but only one man discharges firearms, no one else FIRED. Johnson disclosed that he'll be securing legal representation. The 41-year-old American citizen who is a truck driver in the U.S. said he knows the recovery process will be expensive and challenging. He has to have 2 rounds of physical therapy and have to pay the rest out of pocket. School is about to start in the US, and the doctors are saying it will be 3 months before it could even put his foot on the ground. So it's going to be a challenge. It is going to be a big challenge. I am so sorry to hear that. Wow. On Wednesday, a representative of the Indicom told um, Loop News that there have been no developments last week. After the SHOOTNG incident last week, Indicom said the security force reported an engagement with at least one, possible two males, one of whom reported, Jesus Christ, oh, Papa Jesus, reported pointing a firearm at the members of the security forces. No weapon was recovered from the scene or from the injured boy, as reported by Indicom. So, guys, let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your comment in the comment section. Um, and let me see here something where he said the father is seeking assistance from the U.S. Embassy. Because I don't know if y'all know, but if you're a U.S. citizen and you're traveling abroad, you have, I mean, it is good to notify the U.S. Embassy, so when anything happens, they can be made aware. Representative of the U.S. Embassy in Kingston have stepped in to assist Howard Johnson, a U.S. citizen whose 15-year-old son was SHOT by a member of the security forces during a joint police military operation in Seaview Gardens last Thursday. And the father said he made a report to the U.S. Embassy, and the representative visited the hospital and spoke to the hospital administration. They're fully involved and fully active. Yes. So once you're a U.S. citizen, for those who don't know, once you travel outside of your country, make sure you make the U.S. Embassy aware of where you're going, and anything happen, there are numbers that you need to use to contact them. Yes. From all indications, he was SHOT while he was running. He had heard SHOTS and was scared, so he was running home. And one member of the JCF, FIRED, SHOT, his unarmed son. The bullet entered from the back of his thigh, came through him, and shattered his cell phone in the front. Oh, God. Well, I hope everything work out, and I know that with school starting now, it's gonna be a challenge. But hopefully he can probably do online courses so he won't be too far behind. And they'll make allocations, but this is a very sad situation. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. Guys, let me know what you think. If you're watching this video when I'm no longer live, remember, drop a like, drop a share, and if you are new, make sure you subscribe. All right, let me see where I'm at. I have two more stuff I got to talk about, and then I eat that for the night. Papa San, a long time I don't hear about Papa San, brother. And Agent Sasko. Let me find the article that when me read earlier that I want to share. Oh, this Wayne one that got is what you call it, is plaque for getting gold. He got a RIAA gold plaque from VP Records. I can't find the article with Agent Sasko. Oh, see it. Agent Sasko is confident that Jamaica littering problem can be fixed. All right, make we see what I'm have to say. Order of Distinction awardee and brand ambassador for Recycling Partners, Agent Sasco, says he's confident that the Jamaicans' sordid littering and illicit garbage dumping problems can be addressed or can be fixed in the future. He's a old school no, his old school is Camperdown High School. Um, and basically they said he took to his Instagram page to showcase some photographs and video clips of waterways, um, garbage in Ballington in Germany and Italy to illustrate the same can be done in Jamaica. My fellow Jamaicans, I invite you to imagine a Jamaica where our rivers, streams, gullies, beaches, and coastal areas are free of garbage. Do you think it's possible? I do. The question is how? I don't exactly know, but I'm sure of one thing, we have to do it together. What are your suggestions? So that's what Agent Sasko said. Many of his fans contributed their ideas, but one comment which captured the Mama Pray artist's attention was one that spoke extensively to recycling. And it says, I was waiting to see recycling mentioned. Consider this, recycling removes at least one major contributor to the problem. Plastic bottles is therefore it therefore increases the capacity of the current system to manage other waste. Best of all, there's money to be generated from recycling, which can be spent on improving our communities. All right. He noted in response, I think plastic are a good place to start, and eventually, when the culture of recycling takes hold, we introduce other materials. Furthermore, we can have gathered the lessons and data to roll out other programs more efficiently and effectively. Yeah, and they can start recycling programs in the schools. That's basically where a lot of those things can be started. So that's a very good idea. I hope they take it into consideration so that they can eliminate a lot of the waste in Jamaica and a lot of the littering or whatever. But it's a long article, so you know can go check out the article. Me now go sit down here and read all right. He said at the end of it, it's a matter of mindset, and of course, that's some infrastructure work to be done. But when we have the mindset first, then you think how the infrastructure will come into play, and look out for that as well. So that's a very good initiative. That's a very good initiative, you know. Yeah, and me say me find Papa San video. A long time I hear not about Papa San, you know. So guys, remember drop a like on the video, drop a share, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Let me see that Papa San article there. I'm sleeping now, you know. I'm sleeping now. All right. Papa Santa really no. August 6th. No, so that all of it. Where's some with Papa San? I can't find it, brother. Anyway, me now go stress myself try to look for something I can't find. I read it earlier and I should have taken notes, but I did not take any notes. Yes, man, so I saw a thing set up. All right, I'm gonna read this, which is not on the since I can't find the Papa San article. Let me do that one here. And this one, you know, me have to throw in something about education. This one says PNP slams the government over disrespectful approach to teacher migration. I'm ready to say what I'm going to say. The opposition PNP party has described as painful and hurtful, disrespectful. The purported lack of concern by education minister. So basically, they're saying Education Minister Favour Williams lacked the concern for the teachers migrating from Jamaica. The JTA, in a media interview last week, put the country on notice that massive exodus of teachers is looming as 400 educators have already left the year for lucrative jobs in the US. Because US short of teachers, so. But Education Minister Favor Williams said there's no need for concern regarding the migration of teachers, as every year the sector loses educators. She said too there was not seen a negative impact from this year's migration. And that's possible because you most of the ones who are migrating, based on my experience, are most likely the ones who have experience in the classroom, at least probably at 10 years or so. So if those people migrate, then the newer ones coming out of college, they will get those jobs and they will be replacing those um, vacancies. So, if she not concerned, that means she got it covered. And that's just my opinion. All right. She said too she was not seeing a negative impact from the year's migration. Junior spokespersons on no, junior spokesperson on education and training, Rasheen Roper Robinson, has chastised Williams for her remarks and I call her for improvement in teaching compensation to be urgently addressed. You have to remember that teachers are not only go to the classes to teach, but they're administrators in their own right. They're planners, supervisors. Then they are not getting the time in many instances to create and have second stream of income. So we have to give due diligence to them in terms of compensation and in terms of avenues that could be created for them to alleviate some of the stress. Close, but I want to sleep. Can we negotiate and also look at a shift system for teachers? These are some of the things we're looking at to keep our teachers here. So to have a minister and ministry to say that they are not concerned or alarmed that teachers are leaving is not is not only painful and hurtful but disrespectful. Papa Jesus. All right. He also said the ability to replace teachers is getting even more difficult as there is an increased demand for local teachers by overseas recruiters in the US and Canada, for example. Crawford highlighted the base on which information he has received from local education stakeholders, including principals. The Jamaican teachers are being recruited in areas of maths, science, and technical subjects, and they call these areas hard to fill areas, for those who are not aware. He noted that the education minister continues to ignore the long-term impact of teacher migration of the education system. Minister Williams, however, ignores that at any point that is chosen, the teachers employed to a system will deplete by approximately 30% in 10 years and 60% in 20 years. So anyway, Crawford said he has interviewed teachers who have left, and the reason for them leaving include the ability to experience a reasonable quality of life on a teacher's salary and the unlikely attainment of desirables such as houses. They can't buy a house and car. The social disregard for teacher despite the challenges. Okay. Crawford outlined a raft of proposed solutions to curb the mass of exodus of teachers migrating. All right, so one of them is immediately invest the upgrading in the upgrading of staff room to create an adequate, comfortable environment for teachers. Two, consider motor vehicle concession, and he listed a whole lot of stuff right here, which I'm not gonna sit here and read. However, he finally said we believe that these measures that he listed will assist in the immediate migration of the current problems being faced by principals to recruit teachers, but also it will assist in ensuring that Jamaica remains competitive while teachers are being recruited for spots all over the world. Well, that's what he said. Let me know what you think. I'm not gonna give my opinion right now. Just you drop your opinion in the chat in a respectful way. Why my camera blur? Probably time for me go sleep. Alright, just drop your opinion in the chat in a respectful way and let me know what you guys think. Alright, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new here, remember, hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll know whenever I go live or whenever I upload another video. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Have a